vans.
That's
And
wild.
the guy like showed up in his van. Do you remember that, Rachel? The guy showed up in his van and was like talking about how he was gonna start like pretty much doing the same thing, like leading tours and stuff like that, and just like trying to do some sort of outdoor activity as a lifestyle, and
He'll
as
have
like an
plenty of
income
time to do
driven.
that while he's living in a van down by the river.
Down by the prison.
Which is like a dream now.
Yeah, I think he lives
Yeah.
in jail though now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna live in jail
Yeah.
now.
My uncle kind of half attempted to do the van by the river type thing, where he bought a big ass Ford Transit, and like went and did like all the soundproofing, insulation, put some wood paneling in, put like a bed and some other stuff in there, and then like just basically realized like how much work that is and how much work and money it is. Like bought a, I don't know, $50,000, $60,000 van. He's like, it was gonna cost me $60,000 to actually get that thing to be like livable.
Oh
thing.
yeah.
And so he sent me the meme of like, back in 1993 when that first came out with Chris Farley, van down by the river. This is what you could do in '93 for free, and in 2021 it cost you $120,000.
Dude,
Right.
seriously.
Exactly.
My Rachel had just bought a friend of ours a gift that's like a bootleg Hot Wheels toy,
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
it looks just like a Hot Wheels toy, but it just says Van Down by the River, and it has Chris
Oh,
Farley in the
awesome.
back, like landing on the table and everything.
Amazing.
Very, very good. It also has, it's the spider that crawls up the dude's face from Home Alone, but the packaging is just the guy's face, and then the spider's like exactly on his face.
That's
It's
awesome.
really good. Bootleg toys is a very cool niche world market kind of thing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of
It's
these
like-
are just
it's
one-off
like weird
passion
little-
projects.
Yeah, it's like weird little sculptures.
Yeah, but like I just feel like, well, what I
Limited
like
run.
about extremely limited run, because it's like I will get sued if I make too many suits.
If I make too much
Yeah.
money off of these, I will not make any money.
Oh, and like that print, the print that I showed you guys in the group chat, that guy makes his own paper and like does all the ink blot prints himself.
Oh, that's cool.
No shit.
Yeah, so it's pretty gnarly. Tina Holden gave it to me,
Oh.
so I haven't seen her in years. She was like, "Yo, I got you this thing."
Nice.
Yeah. Old firing from the hip. If it's a xenomorph and you give it to me, I will appreciate it.
Oh my god, I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, one of the only Funko Pops I own is a xenomorph.
What's this, Xenomorph Funko Pop? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8-bit too. It's like
I'm sorry, but I feel like Funko Pops are just like the millennial Beanie Baby.
Yeah.
Except everyone knows that they're not really worth anything.
Yeah,
that-
Like it's not like
that is
people are
true.
collecting them like
That's-
that.
they're under no. It's like it's so
They're
odd
cool
because
on their own.
I like those kind of trinkets, but like I know how absurd it is to buy shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I can stop myself like 80% of the time. I do have another Funko Pop of Lobster Johnson because I just thought that was too funny.
What the fuck?
He's from Hellboy. He's he beat up Nazis and discovered occult secrets.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
It's great. Yeah.
I don't know anything about him, but I like your description of him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like-
I like him based off your description of him.
Seriously, he's perfect because you don't know his alter ego. He's just the comic book hero all the time. He doesn't really have a defined love interest, so it's like really just like cool pop, you know. I don't know, good comic book stuff.
Hell yeah. Love me some good comic book stuff.
Sounds like we're all good on the stream.
Hell yeah, I love being all good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. that's
welcome to
amazing.
Tom's stream.
I mean, I'm
Tommy
like sitting there
Talks
doing the
Funko Pop.
soundtrack, and I got to remind myself I got to come back on. I'm like, I just kind of want to just listen to Tommy talk about Hellboy. This is great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Seems fine.
No, it's definitely Tommy Talks Funko Pops.
Tommy Talk, Funko Pop.
Tell me that.
That's
I
what.
did
That's
this
just the
thing.
name of the whole show, regardless of what he's actually talking about.
Yep.
We one time we did like a float down the Brandywine River, and I would just wrangle all the floats so they wouldn't like no one would stray too far away. And by the end of it, it was Tom's River Tour LLC. Like we had like a fake marketing plan for it and
Why do
everything.
you and Jimmy have a knack for just leading groups of people?
I don't know. It's like herding cats, though. We're not good at it.
You just
Yeah,
find
not
yourself
good at it,
doing
just drawn to
regularly?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
It just happens.
we had the strangest interaction at the end. Like, so at the very end of this, like, float down the river, like these like county or the ranger, the park rangers, like flag us down, and like I walk over there and they're like, "Hey, man, like we know you're drinking and it's okay." We're like, "Cool, all right," and he's like, "But you littered," and we're like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Well, we have your beer cans," and I'm like, "You're downriver of us. Like, how did the beer cans?"
The information that you have, and
Do any of them look like vases?
And I'm like, okay, like, well, like, what do you mean? He's like, well, every beer has a batch number on it, and if the batch number matches, then it's littering. And we're like, I don't, like, are you trying to tell me that there's a batch number down to the case of beer, and that you're gonna cross it, like, and then like this guy, like, I kind of go with it the entire time, and now it's like become clear that we're not getting out of the ticket, and like everyone in the group is like, "Fuck this guy!" And like, it's just like it's just so funny because everyone's like, "Yes, sir, no, sir, yada yada yada," and then like it becomes like abundantly clear that you're still gonna give us this bogus littering charge, and it's just funny how quickly it descended into like heckling.
Mm-hmm.
into madness.
Yeah.
I mean, like, did you not have a garbage bag for your empties?
Oh no, we had a whole cooler full of empties. I was like,
I would
sir,
have
I was
just been
like,
like, toss it in here, then it's not littering anymore.
yeah, and it was like, what's also fucked up is like,
And also look at all the ones we didn't miss. We
I'm
were
gonna say-
making a concerted effort, you fucking pig. And then I pulled out my
Were you
tube
like,
and
hey, like-
gun.
I know. Should have brought my tubing rifle.
Tubing rifle,
I
you
thought
say?
this was America.
I think they opened for this bike as a pipe bomb once.
Tubing rifle.
This kayak is is a
This kayak is a long gun.
Pressure cooker.
This kayak is
Kayak is
a long
cannon.
long rifle.
Well, hi everybody. What's going on? Welcome. Let's get started. We ready to get this thing rolling?
Yay.
Yeah. So what's up? Welcome to How to Kick Flip a Horse, a weekly freeform RPG cast focused on collaborative storytelling and abiding by the rule of cool. This season, we're using the Bryte system. It's a setting that's been developed exclusively for Roll20. It's a sci-fi based experience in a galaxy that's not in this one, not in this universe. I would say far, far away, but we can't do another lawsuit.
Out of this world.
It's out of this world. So this is a kind of sci-fi and fantasy meld, which is one of the reasons I really like this game. It's a galaxy on the brink of inescapable disaster. So join me and the crew of the Inconsequential Space Egg as we explore the Alexis Galaxy and learn how to kick flip a horse. And with me, as always, I'm going to start with you, Tommy. Throw you off.
Yes, bring it on. I play Shen, the sentient pile of bugs, looking to be a queen.
I mean, yeah. Ivan.
Hello, I'm playing Waravona, the Eno journalist.
And with us is Paul.
And I'm playing Prisoner, a plastic shape-shifting being.
And last but not least, it's Jesso.
How you doing? I'm playing Horst Octothorpe, the backflipping old Ron pilot.
And I am Ari. I am the horse that gets killed to become the glue that puts this whole adventure together on How to Kick Flip a Horse. Oh, let's start in the middle. Let's try that again.
I wasn't mad at it.
All right, so let me catch you all up. You are all infiltrating. I'll move the page. Welcome to Salabralta Manor, located in Allron space. You all are chasing down a lead. A bunch of pirates, the Black Flame Pirates to be specific, have been sent to hunt down the manor, or the head of this manor, Mr. Salabralta. And as you arrive, you found that the manor indeed was surrounded by some pirate ships who were doing some scouting, but you've made your way inside after defeating a very, very difficult door, which was realm. Just,
It was a pretty high
blocks.
stakes door. We didn't know what we were walking into.
Yeah,
to
in our defense, that door was being kind of a dick.
it
The
was
door
gonna
was
be
also a
dick.
dick, yes.
To clear up something, I think last time I said that there was a body there. That is actually the body of a gleam sprawled out on the floor. You find yourselves in this coat room. In this coat room, there are hooks and all along the side of the room with hats and scarves and gloves of all varieties that cover the wall.
Oh,
And
wait,
in the
wait.
middle,
Are
there's
there also coats?
there are coats, indeed,
okay.
overcoats, and
Oh,
undercoats.
Are any
and
of them
hats.
nice?
I mean, you can look at them if you wish, but
Would you
I'll finish my
describe it as
description real
damn
quick. And
fine?
there's a 1 foot diameter green sphere that hovers 4 feet off the floor, humming with energy. And the corpse indeed was Dropo Salabralta's faithful head of the house. You can tell by the pin that they have on them. And you can very clearly see that they were shot with a laser by examining that there's a laser burn as they were trying to escape. And with
So it's
that,
like the wound is in his back.
yeah, exactly. You could see like they are headed towards the door you came in, and the laser burn is on the other side as they're face down. So that
No
is
honor among these black flame bandits or whatever they're called.
no. Would you all know anything about Black Flame Bandits, or how about that?
Someone said something about it last time.
Yeah, so they're mercenaries hired to kill. I'm just curious if your history and your background had
I think I might
brought
have.
you.
The all-around military has probably had a few encounters with them if they're part of mercenary groups, so they're probably not unfamiliar to me.
All right, give me just a history check, difficulty 3, and I'll see what you all know about them.
And knowledge,
There, Gesso. Yeah, knowledge. I don't know what I said. I think I said
It's a
history.
history.
but,
I just want to make sure we're on the same page. No,
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna say that you definitely know that these are guns for hire. You know that they are like Oro was saying. There's definitely no honor among thieves with them, but they keep kind of very tight knit. So you haven't heard a lot of information about them. So
Okay.
excellent. So what would you all like to do? Oh, as a reminder for what you're doing here, not only to save Dropo, but there have been some artifacts that this have been kept in this house. One of them particularly got stolen, so you are here to also protect those artifacts and find out what those artifacts were even for, especially the one that got stolen.
Do we know what the artifacts
is-
look like? Like this ball of energy thing's not an artifact, right?
No, it's not.
Charge
The
my
first
shield
one,
on
the
it.
one that got stolen by Danilo, was a vase. And as Danilo described it, there was some crazy writing and graphs and stuff on it. But the rest of them, you're not really sure of what they look like. But you will know them when you see them kind of situation.
Okay. DM's gonna make it up as he goes. Got it.
Rude.
Rude.
Just kidding.
And then
I would
the
never do
thing
that.
breaks.
I would never improv.
I have done that a couple times. It's got me a lot of trouble. You know the whole,
It's got me a lot
by
of
the way,
trouble.
just like a little bit of meta, that my stupid ass invented the whole Spindroid cup out of like a whim because
Nice.
I wanted to give you guys a big event to use as cover for you to escape. Like that was like the thing, and then I decided to do that, which, so yeah, no, I'd never do
8
that.
episodes.
Yeah, it became like 12 episode arc. All right, so yeah, so you find yourself in this room. What would you all like to do?
I'd like to investigate this glowing orb.
Agreed.
Yes, I have a couple
Okay.
of questions about the room.
Okay.
Chief among them, the orb and the gooiness of our departed Glean friend here.
All right. So we'll start with the orb since that's the first thing that was called out. Why don't you give me a well, let's see. I forget what would be like an inspection roll on this thing, or like.
Can I just shoot it?
There's perception, there's knowledge.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you could do either a
could
perception
shoot
or
it.
knowledge roll.
I would
you could shoot
prefer
it as
if
well.
you did not.
Please don't shoot it.
So I have pulled out my space pistol and I'm aiming it and getting like hand put on me from one side or the other. Like no, let's think about this.
Grayson,
Yeah.
please.
I'm going to be maintaining a defensive posture.
Excellent.
My
All right,
rifle.
so why don't you give me a either knowledge or perception roll difficulty of 3 as you approach this green orb.
All right, I'll give you a knowledge roll and that I will fail.
Okay. All right,
Ooh.
so as
know
you
things.
approach,
Yeah.
you kind of recall that this is a kind of a simple magic device that calls forth the hooks on the wall. So somebody that was connected to this would be able to kind of connect it, kind of like a coat check. The coat
It's like an
person would
auto
stand
code.
there.
I was thinking
Exactly,
more like
the-
the cube
Okay,
from
you tap it
Hellraiser.
in, you go, hey, give me my coat. It's row B, slot 5 or whatever.
How do you
Exactly.
know where my
Like a
code was?
jukebox for controls. Or
So-
controls.
Yes.
Coats.
Controls.
Jesus.
So
Controls, yes.
immediately on realizing what this is, I say, "Hey Doc, come be my jacket."
Assume jacket.
And then I hit the button.
Zoom jacket.
All right, go ahead and give me a what's it say? Oh, okay. Give me
What's up?
a 4
Something shitty's happening.
difficulty 4 because this thing is coded to normally be only work with staff. So once you touch it, you realize that it's not going to be something you can easily get into. But if
there-
you futz around with it, you might be able to by like using some mental magic kind of stuff. So why
Is
won't
this
it
a
let
door?
me?
And is this
Oh,
a
sorry.
door?
I mean,
Sure.
I would be happy with a. We shouldn't be rolling for me dicking around with an automated coat hook system.
Especially
No,
when
no,
you can walk to the
Let him,
hooks.
let
I'm just
him
saying.
get
Yeah,
his
but
silliness
I
out
wanna-
early
I-
before
figure it out.
before it counts for anything.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and give me a.
And like, I'm not going to discourage him from running the pockets.
No, of course not.
Make no mistake. I feel this is a worthwhile endeavor while we scope out at least the
Give
rest
me
of
an
the room.
engineering difficulty of 4. We'll say.
Okay.
I think engineering makes sense. All right, cool. As you
Ooh.
approach it, you kind of figure out the system, and you realize that by like holding it in a certain, like putting your fingers like an instrument in certain parts, it activates it, and an empty hook comes flying towards you.
And it pulls Shen Doc off of me and deposits him on the wall, and I'm like, "Isn't that fucking cool? These things are awesome.
Yeah,
I
Shen,
love
you
these.
get shuffled and
I love
you
these
know,
things."
overcoats right next to you. Yeah, so you get to pause the button, you see a bunch of overcoats. I'm going to say, since you've gotten so close to those overcoats, you can definitely see that there are 4 trench coats that are on the wall, and they all look alike. And as you get drawn towards them, you can see that each of them has a black flame enclosed in a red circle sewn onto it.
Corny.
Yep.
Pretty,
Let's put them on.
Am I remembering correctly? This logo seems to remind me of the what's the guys? The Order of Heroes. Is their logo not a flame in a circle as well?
Mm.
No,
Seems like
they
a
are
popular
the-
motif.
No, theirs
No?
is it's an OHO in a thing.
Oh,
Let's see if I can
right.
find it.
Gotcha. I do remember that.
'Cause-
Ojos.
OOH.
OH,
yeah, OOH. Oh,
Because
that's right.
when you first saw it
Ooh.
upside down, you said "who." Yeah.
Whomst.
Who are you?
So I like this idea of there are 4 of these jackets. Maybe we should be putting them on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you
this is the official
think-
logo.
I would guess that it's like in a atom. Cool.
And I did not take
Thanks.
any inspiration from Aperture Science at all. Nope.
None whatsoever.
Not at all. Love it.
All right. All right. So you all want to put on the jackets?
Yes.
The jacket wearing worked for me.
Because you currently are a jacket.
Yeah, you currently have a jacket.
It's a lot.
He
of
says
well
from
wired.
the hook on the wall.
I don't know. Do you want to like hide under someone's jacket, like as a
Jacket.
jacket under the jacket, or do you want to like resume your form and take one yourself?
No, I
What
would
if I
like
wear a
to.
jacket and tie one around my waist?
You wear a jacket, then I'll go on top of that jacket, then wear another jacket.
His
that
jacket's
sounds
all the way
hot.
down, guys.
You're gonna be
2
so
jackets
warm.
and a jacket.
How
You've
do you
heard of
like
2 kids in a
jackets?
trench coat before. Now let me present you to 2 trench coats on a
Wait
kid.
a minute.
Okay.
Cool. So you all get into this formation, putting the jackets on.
Cool.
Some of them definitely have a lot
I'm
more
not.
stank
I'm
than
not going.
others.
I'm not
Oh
going
my
to
gosh,
put on a
Laura,
jacket.
You're no fun.
Okay,
it just,
so who's putting on a
I
jacket?
thought you loved dressing up.
You see what I'm wearing?
Yeah, I'm planning
It
to
does not.
like
It does not go with my shirt.
I'm planning to tell whoever that we see that is clearly from this Pirates Guild that I'm, the backup and distract them while I shoot them. So that's why I'm putting on this jacket.
I think that is a great idea for you.
Okay. Then you
can I
become my hostage if we ever see anyone in the future.
Sure. Yes, the Chewbacca maneuver. I'm
Yeah,
familiar.
exactly.
The chewy move.
Of course, this was always my plan. May I do a perhaps? Where? Weird.
Oh
my
yeah,
character
there's
sheet.
a hallway that breaks off to the east and heads down to the south.
There's not any of those stinking doors around here, are there?
There are no doors in these
Okay,
hallways.
good. I hate those things.
Can I do a? I guess I would prefer to do just a perception check to see if our Glean guy here is Goosum or if he's had time to dry out.
All right, yeah, sure. I'm gonna say that you don't really even need to do a check for that. This is rather.
But I
fresh.
want to use my D8.
Go ahead. Go ahead and do a perception check, and I'll try and narrow down the time. Difficulty 2.
Thanks. Thank you, Ari. You're a
You're
kind and generous DM.
Yeah. So upon inspection, you know that this was like within the last few, like less than half a day. So this is pretty recent.
Okay.
Sure.
Okie dokie. Let's Shall we flip a coin to proceed either south or east?
I
Seems
think.
there's more stuff to the south.
I'm going to put my rifle on the ground and spin it.
Well, like walking into
This
it.
is a fine. This is a fine method.
Roll a d4.
You too?
No, just Jessa who spun his.
What are the walls made out of? Side of this place.
Oh no! Don't hit a glass.
I mean,
Alright,
it's not just going to
it-
automatically fire.
No. It spins and then it points towards the door you all came in.
Okay. And then I'm going to nudge it with my foot and point it to the door to the south.
Excellent choice there.
I eat the gun.
No! I eat Tommy.
Take a little nibble at him.
This is how the game ends.
Please
We all
stop
eat
this
each other.
behavior. Stop this behavior.
You try
Get
to
serious.
choke each individual bug out.
No, I'm trying to choke each and every individual bug down. I'm eating you.
Hey.
I'm counter-eating you.
I would like to
yeah,
proceed towards the hallway cautiously, stealthily
you.
even.
Tommy and I
I'll-
are going to roll because we're now in Ouroboros.
Yeah. I whisper to prisoner, "I'll take a bullet for you." As I continue to distract it.
Like,
Take a
No,
bullet
want
for
me
it.
to- you just want me to hand you a bullet so you can eat it. Yeah.
True.
Stick all these lasers.
Can't eat a laser. You ever try eating a laser?
Fucking
Awesome.
spicy sauce.
I'll lead the way
Spicy
south.
sauce.
Yeah, I'll take a. I'll go where prisoner goes.
Excellent. Who's in front?
I am.
All right, roll a perception check.
Unless
as you
prisoner's
walk
bloodthirsty.
forward.
I would like to proceed stealthily if I may roll for this.
You may as well. Yeah, give me a difficulty of 2 for that.
Wait, so just the
And,
one question, Tommy. Are you my jacket or are you horse jacket?
No, I'm still in prisoner. I just wanted to.
Okay,
go
you're
through
okay.
the
Okay,
gun,
just making
but
sure. I wasn't sure where we settled on that one. So
No,
you're
no, no.
you're my jacket. Okay, then other jackets on top of me. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's good to have these kind of object permanents.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yes.
a system for overheating in the game, Ari?
I know, right?
Dude, I
Fantastic
think
begins
of all the
to-
biological creatures, I think overheating is the least concern of our two character type.
Dude, there's a
that's
lot
true.
of metabolism going on to have that many bugs on you. I imagine that gets pretty warm. All their little wings
Yeah.
and flapping and movement.
And
like cold
plastic
fusion
doesn't
in there.
insulate very well. All right, so yeah, Horst, you walk in. As you start walking towards this room, you see that there is a body laying face down. As you inspect the room,
Oh,
you can
God,
tell
look
that
at
there
its
was
brain.
quite a battle going on here. And in the middle, you see a body that is you see a body right in the middle. I don't think you can tell what it is, but there's an armor suited creature in the middle of the floor laying in a pool of its own blood. This is a observation chamber. The walls, floor and ceiling in this chamber are clear. You can see fish, plants, and other sea life and stuff like that. There's 6 clear inflatable couches that surround the perimeter of this room.
Okay.
And that is what you see.
I'm going to make a bunch of goofy, nonsensical hand gestures to try to indicate that there's one person over there that's dead.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, but also you're choking at the same time.
Yeah, there's like a little like, whoa, things are going black. What's happening?
It's getting dark.
So yeah.
Too
so-
dark.
Doc, hey, did you get that?
Where'd
I think
you
he
guys
wants us to
go?
go do the tango in the ballroom.
I think he wants me to eat the suit that's in the middle of the floor.
I calmly but stealthily advance.
I'm going to
Good, yeah.
advance in and watch the doors, and then you take the body. Does that sound good?
The 2 doors are closed.
Ah! I hate
As you can
doors.
see, as you approach, you're kind of confused by what you see, but
That's
prisoner, you can very clearly see what is in front of you because it is a glean that, I guess, kind of, or I'm sorry, I guess all of you recognize gleans. We're not glean.
Yep.
Blah, blah, blah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, Driftling. Sorry,
Oh,
not
it's a
Glean.
Oh.
driftling.
It is a driftling. That's why
I
prisoner
had
knows.
guessed as much from the bunch of extra arms. I
Yeah,
don't
so
think I don't think we know any other guys. No, does Latus have double arms?
I
think
don't
so.
remember. Maybe he does.
I think Latus does. But
So
well
you
armed.
see this well armed.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so you could see that this is a driftling corpse in all in this protective suit, this armored suit. You can see that he does have the emblem of the of Dropo Salabralta Manor on him, and you can only assume that this was probably the head of security or a security guard, but he seems pretty heavily armored.
Do you want to see if he has any clearances on him? I could.
Yeah.
slip him.
Sure.
Can we remove him from the suit, or is he like locked in?
You can remove him for sure.
So I say, hey Doc, this driftling was probably up to some work here. I mean, we are basically mercenaries for hire as a people. I bet if you took over his like whatever's left of his base suit, people would maybe mistake you for him.
Great idea. I'll slip down your sleeve and onto the floor and either like chewing in it. Well,
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'll pull out from the head whatever's left of it, and you just kind of go in and push up from the toes.
You know, I am kind
Yeah,
of I'm kind of surprised that the driftling remains all in whatever shape they were in.
It's a like a very liquidy kind of. It's
But he does look rather gruesome, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
as
totally
driftlings
told-
die, they kind of like slowly fade from what they are to like just
Sure.
like a basic like neutral kind of looking
it's
thing.
kind of
So
like silly putty.
Does it take
Yeah.
1,000
I was
years for their
imagining,
bodies to break down?
Yak.
yeah, it takes forever.
Yeah,
It's
some
nuclear
gag.
waste.
Yeah.
All right, so he is solid, but you are able to get him out of the suit. Now, this is an armored suit. They're heavily mechanical suits, custom made to fit the person. However,
Nice.
since you are, in fact, a pile of bugs that can expand and fit, I'm going to say if you can just give me a. What would we say? Difficulty for getting the suit to fit.
So, let's see. Let me
Like we could
let me
do
see.
engineering would make sense.
Right.
Athletics would even make sense.
Right,
So
I
yeah,
did-
you
I
tell
see
you
that,
tell me
yeah.
what you would do to fit into
Okay.
this.
Athletics.
Okay, cool.
Difficulty of.
I'm gonna say since you are able to kind of maneuver your body, we'll drop it down to a difficulty of 3.
I'm pretty good about this, y'all.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Roll.
you are not able to get the suit to conform to you this particular turn. But as you continue to move, you can roll again for a difficulty of 3 to try and get it to fit.
Yes.
After this, you feel like it's going to be more difficult as you're going to do some damage. No, that was difficulty 3, but you still failed that also. But now you're going to do difficulty 4 to roll to fit, and you feel like this is going to be the last chance to fit into the suit, or it's going to have to be
It's like beeping
worked
at
on
me.
professionally.
It says, "Go fuck yourself,
Yeah.
bunch of fails."
So yeah, you try to get into the suit, but it's really custom made. And as you move around, you just seem to be doing more damage to it, and you're not able to really get yourself into the suit. However, you feel like if you were to take this and had some more time to work on it, you could probably get this up and running. But
It's like
for
stop eating the wires in there, okay? Like you're doing something wrong with this thing, man. Just
Right.
leave it alone for a while.
Copper wiring like spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe you can fit in there, but you'd have to think on it. That's a weird shape.
So yeah, I will say you guys can just take it and put it back in the ship if you'd like. We'll just call that a armored suit in the ship. If you want to take it with you, you don't have to. You can just leave it there if you'd like as well.
I think
Or you
that
can
sounds
carry
like
it with you.
sounds like it's something that we will have noted that we brought with us and not do any other action with at this point.
Sounds like we're about to
Yes.
be on our motorcycles and plates of armor.
There we go.
That's right.
Fucking hell.
Going back to Mad Max every time. As you approach the two doors to the south, there are signs pointing to the different areas. You can tell that this downstairs area seems to be for entertaining, as there's kind of spacious rooms. The sign points to the right. You see that it says ballroom, kitchen, bathroom, and elevators. And the one that points to the south just says museum, um, submersible floor entrance, and loading dock.
Museum sounds like a place where Oz might be, right?
Oh yeah, I think that's the way to go.
Oh yeah, let's go down to the museum there, have a couple of PBRs, and see what we can't get into there.
Sure. As you
Maybe
approach,
catch the Leafs.
Yep. So you do see that this guy at one point probably had a security badge on him by the chain that's been ripped off of his body and just left. Everything else has been stripped.
Okay.
So you get to the southern door, and in fact, it is closed. There is a keypad located at the door. So what would you all like to do?
Southern
Who's
door.
hacking? I can hack if y'all don't want to hack.
It is, you could tell as you approach that it's a pretty simple lock.
All right.
I can rifle it open.
I can eat it open. That's
I'll
about
hack that shit.
Oh, that's true. Try the hack, and then if
Yeah.
I've been known to be a bit of a hack myself.
Never been with a buddy. Yeah, you get your little hacking sack thing in there, and you are able to open the door. You see a long hallway to your south. How far down can you look down the hallway? Why don't you give me a perception check, please, as you look down? Why don't you give me a difficulty of 2? And if you want to look farther than that. Okay, so as you look down the hallway, you see that there's another set of doors that, in fact, have been opened with some kind of laser as they stand kind of pried and blown open with marks on them at the end.
Gotcha.
And why doesn't everybody give me a perception check, difficulty of 3, please?
Nothing to see here but us chickens.
Not to me.
I see that.
Prisoner-
Oh, I see
Yeah, you
it.
do.
I see that.
You can hear sound of footsteps and what sounds like searching things dropping coming from the south. You can hear rustling and kind of some people
Guys,
quietly yelling at each other. Well, not so quiet.
I've raided a museum in my time. I know what's happening down here.
Oh, the skeletons came alive?
And not
Is
night at the
it
museum.
midnight already?
I've raided a museum. You've heard of the British Museum, the Looters Museum? Well, it was looted because of me.
I am the one that
I
did
thought
it.
that was ludicrous.
Dude, I just thought about. Okay, so it's night at the museum, and then the exhibits come back to life, but it's Exhibit, the rapper who died in the movie, but he's back as his zombie.
The exhibit.
The exhibit has come to life.
Hey, I heard you liked exhibits on your exhibit, so we got you an exhibit for your exhibit.
Oh, wow. Exhibit
Anyways.
writing the exhibit. Wait,
Exhibit
the
A.
exhibit.
Exhibit A. The exhibit exhibits on an exhibition.
Obit.
Blood's coming out of my nose. We should.
And your ears.
All right, so yeah,
Exclusive.
you hear the very distinct sounds. Prisoner of a museum being searched and looted. I'll say with that, you can hear what sounds like at least 4 or 5 people running as they're like kind of talking to each other.
Okay. Hey, I relay that to the rest of the group.
Beep, bop, bop, beep.
We can still. I
Hi.
mean, you guys
Should
can
we
try
hide?
your. You can try your cool coat plan.
I'm totally down. I'm wearing
Try your
a cool coat.
plan.
You know that cool coat plan?
It was
Think-
pretty cool.
It's worth the shot, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah. If we want to move forward with that, I'll start my cool coat plan.
Do we know what direction they're coming from? Can we tell that much?
I'm gonna say that they just sound. If y'all want to give me another perception roll, I'll give you that.
What
Now that you can
difficulty?
hear that they're there, you're trying to figure out kind of where they're at. So I'll say I'll leave the difficulty up to you. The more difficult you roll, the more information you will get. How about that? So if you want to roll a 2, I
Oh.
can give you some 2. If you want to
Okay.
roll a 3, I'll give you some 3. If you want to roll a 4, I'll give you pretty much everything.
I'm
out.
going with I don't have much perception, so I rolled a 2.
Okay. Oro, you want to roll something?
Sure. Let me scroll back up.
Fucking
Perception is what we're doing here. I'll go
Yes.
for let's push it.
Push it on the limit.
Yeah. So prisoner, I'll say from where you are, you can hear a very distinct voice of one of the pirates, and by the way their voices, you can kind of narrow down their location to the westernmost corner as you hear them rustling through materials. But that's really the only one you can pinpoint. But you can tell that the rest of them are on the other side of the room. You don't know how far, but yes.
Okay. Now, I didn't chime up earlier, but I believe that Prisoner was one of the ones. Like I was one of the ones that knew of this Black Flame gang prior to this. You know, I've done a lot of consultant work in the past. You know, I've heard of them. Can I roll to see if I know a name of anybody that's in this group?
I mean, that's going to be kind of a tough one. You don't know how these group operates. There could be a bunch. But, yeah, I mean, if you want to give me like a difficult 5 to try and pull something
No,
out of your
how
ass.
about more of a that I've ever like a name that they would know of, not somebody that's there tonight, but like Tommy Joe or Staples face.
Okay, so if somebody that's
Tom Joe, Staple Face.
Yeah,
so you're looking for
Old
like
Tom
a
Joe
famous,
Stapleface.
yeah.
a famous name in the organization.
Yes.
All right, I'll say
A pillar in
you
the
could
community.
give me a difficulty of 3 for like if you've worked with them.
I've
And give me
heard
knowledge
of them at a
difficulty.
bar. Yeah.
Heard of them out.
Yeah, no,
Four.
your memory does not serve you well for trying to recall
A lot of fails.
for that. Yeah, this has been the fail.
One of those
of
nights.
dawn.
One of them fail heavy nights.
Okay.
There is
Well-
a door still to your east, and there's stuff to your south as well. So, or your southeast, I should say.
Yeah.
Can I? Are these walls made of metal?
The room that you're in, they are made of glass.
Glass room. These bastards.
So that's you can see pretty much
Start licking
everything.
the walls.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's it. You can't really see much into the other rooms.
Doc, don't throw any stones in here.
Don't do it.
I start throwing other bugs.
I'm gonna sneak all the way down to just outside of where the door is pried open,
Beam
and
sensor.
sort of like pressed to the wall so that, like, if someone were to look right down the hallway, they still wouldn't see me.
Cool. Are you coming
Um,
to prisoner? If you're going to come, then I need
Yeah.
you to roll a stealth check.
Uh,
Give me stealth check. I'll say you're at this
I'm like
point
waving,
difficulty 2.
prisoner, get away, get back.
What are we doing? Hey, you're moving already? I wasn't sure you're doing this yet.
Oh my God.
What difficulty was that, Ari?
Difficulty 2. There's
5
You
now.
are
You're
yeah. So you and prisoner approach the door. As you approach the door, you are able to make out a little bit more clearly the shape
Yes, I would
of
like
the
to take a little
museum.
peek.
I'm gonna
Little
cover
peek in
them.
the museum.
I will say from where you are, you get this without doing any perception check, just from what you have. You can see that
I'll do
there
a perception
are.
check.
Hey, give me a perception check. Difficulty. I'll say since you're so close, give me difficulty 2, since you're like right there peeking in.
There's a pass.
Cool. So you can pretty much peeking your head around. You can see most of the room except the
So
far
like a
kind of eastern
quick
corner.
little peek through.
What you can see is there's 3 pirate grunts foraging around on the outside, quickly looking through stuff, throwing stuff in the air, breaking, and in the middle you see one big bug instead of a bunch of little bugs. You see one giant bug,
Kitok.
a big kathuk. Yep. So
What's
you see a bunch of
the rest of them are the rest of them Eno, or doesn't really matter?
the rest of them, yes, are Eno. It looks like.
All right. Well, can I do a second perception check at the difficulty 3 to perhaps see the rest of the room? I don't want to be
Sure.
overly impulsive, but I did change my 1d12 to my ranged last time.
Yeah, go for
And
it.
I named my gun as well. So
Mm-hmm.
called the
Hey.
Parent Trap.
Yep.
it is the widow's kiss, and then I kiss my gun.
Awesome.
Yeah. So with that, you see that there are, in fact, 2 other pirates that are also doing their investigating on the eastern side of the room. You can see that there are all sorts of artifacts in here. The pirates are being careful with some of the artifacts and just completely smashing some of the others.
Rude. How
You,
how do the like cases look? Are they basically
they're
just glass?
Yeah, they're glass display cases.
They're fragile, or are they like security glass?
They are security glass, but it looks like whatever security controls them is off at the moment. They're usually, I would say, yeah, you're kind of familiar with this type of security
I've been to
system.
many
It's usually
museums.
a energy shield that kind of covers them. Right now, they're glass, but they're glass kind of like a base, and the top is
Sure.
like completely out in the open. Usually, there's like an energy field that covers it up. It's like a mixture of magic and technology, but currently that is off.
Interesting. Is there any sign of like a computer terminal? Did we see any terminals in any of the other rooms?
You did not see anything yet that I recall. Let me just double check to make sure. No, you haven't run into anything yet. The only
Okay.
thing you did see was there was let me see. Okay. So, actually let me finish describing this for you. All right, so the display cases, you have not been able to find anything yet. As you continue to look, you can also see in the middle. Oh man, they changed this up on me. So
Uh-oh.
they have different. Sorry, they have different graphics that they put in than what's shown. That's actually not a Cthulhu. It's an Eno with a prosthetic arm, and black fur stands in the center of the room, shouting orders at the other, carrying plates and pots and musical instruments. Some of them that they're smashing, some of them they're throwing down. You can see that there's some empty display cases. There's moving images on the floor from projectors. You can see that there are also 2 inactive laser rifles that hang from the turrets on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah,
they're inactive, not like under their control. No reason to think
No,
that.
they are completely inactive. Yes, you can tell that they're just like.
This I am
down.
fine with.
We could
But yes, I guess that does definitely looks like a Cthulhu, right?
Yeah, 100%. I thought it was a Cthulhu.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah,
This guy
yeah, that guy.
kind of looks like a plant guy to me.
Anyways, it's an Eno with black fur and a prosthetic arm.
Great.
You can hear him here yelling, "All right, protect the artifacts. Everything else is just putty for us. It's extra money, so make sure that you keep it. If you want to destroy it, just have fun, but get your jobs done first." As she continues to yell at the rest of the pirates. What do you all want to do?
Is there any chance of me accessing those security drones through the computer which I used to hack the door?
Yes, there is.
And mentally, Oro, would you want us to be moving in on it? Would you be relying?
Yes, I would 100% let everyone know the numbers of dudes in here. I was thinking if Horst, if you can hack into the security system, drop the energy shields on the artifacts, and I will drop a grenade about right here. Because I opened my inventory for the first time in a long time, and there is still a grenade written down.
Why
you have all
should
sorts
I
of fun
open
stuff.
the artifacts before we do that?
What's that?
The artifacts are not being covered right now.
Yes, cover them so
Cover
the grenade
artifacts,
does not
yeah.
also destroy them.
I see
Yes.
what you mean. Okay.
No, put covering fire on the grenade.
Shoot. So I'm going to throw the grenade. I want you to shoot it when it's in the air. It is the last thing they will expect.
I will set the turret targeting system to a grenade.
Grenades only.
Yes. Got it. All right, I'm gonna go back and look for that computer.
Okay. Yeah, so the computer's all the way back here at S1. All right. Cool. As you look at the system, as you recall, this is in a pretty tightened security kind of lockdown. It seems that somebody that knows what they're doing has protected the system and is in the system, or something's going on. So just to gain access to the system, you're going to need to roll me a difficulty of 3 just to get into the system. This is even before trying to access different parts of it. But there's cool. You're able to bypass the system, and you can see that there are several different components that you're able to get into. You've got cameras, you've got museum security is its own specific, you've got doors is its own specific element, and you've got kind of upstairs, which is once again protected its own security as well. It seems like it's a separate system that you can see exists, but you cannot gain access through this system.
Okay. Which one of these do I think would lead me best to the artifact protection?
Well, you've got one that's for the museum. That's specifically for museum security.
Okay.
So that would definitely be if you're trying to go to the museum right away.
Yeah.
If not, the cameras and the doors look like they're just more kind of general for the rest of the place. But as far as security goes, it looks like there's really only kind of high target security in the museum on this floor, but you cannot tell what's on the upstairs floor.
Okay.
Where is the gift shop?
Right.
The gift shop is located by the exit, as always.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the museum security because I want to protect the artifacts.
Cool. Give me another difficulty 3, please.
Happy pop pop. Got it.
All right, you stealth or you
Haha.
very very skillfully hack into the system, and the monitors begin to show you rotating displays of cameras. You can see that the turrets are shut off, display cases are off, and you can see that there are 4 doors. 3 of them show open, and 1 of them shows malfunctioned. And with cameras on in that room, you could pretty much see everything that Oro is seeing as well.
Okay.
Yes. Close. Make sure those doors close as well, so they cannot run away.
And with that, I think this is a good time to take a 5-minute break.
Amazing.
5-minute break.
Let's do
Sounds
a
good to me.
5-minute break, and we will be back
got
after
five
these
on it.
commercials.
Yes.
Right.
Season?
All right.
Okay, play our ads now. Play our sponsors.
Yes, this episode is brought to you by. I forgot the password. I forgot the
suffer
password.
from
It was a
life? Are you looking for undeath?
Do you have family outings, and have you suffered?
Emotional damage.
Then we can help you.
Bruh.
I just want a soundboard with fun things on it.
Yeah, we all need
Do you ever
soundboards at this
steal from
point.
my personal stores again? My clock might just slip in your house.
I haven't stolen anything.
Don't lie.
Okay, that's not what I expected.
Wow.
Hans
Wow.
Gruber over here getting very personal.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'll see you after this break.
Hey, yo!
Bing bong. Emotional damage. Dude, I can beat Dread in just a few short hours now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I haven't done any of the sequence breaks, but just by doing the game the way it was intended. Because like the game counter is garbage. Like it doesn't it just resets. You just know how long it took you every time it was your first try.
Oh, got it.
So like if you die on a boss 30 times, but the last sequence took 3 minutes, and that's it. Which is great
Got
for like when you're, but then so like the first time when I beat it on hard mode, it probably took me like 6 hours to beat it in 4 hours. But I think
Yeah.
the last time I played it, it only took me about like 4 hours to beat it in 3 hours. There we go. Little filler.
But they're weak. They're weak. They're weak.
Mm.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
Hmm.
Another one.
We the best. We the best music.
Get over here!
Plant, 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 plant.
Bing bang.
It's a bean full of bongs. Bing bong.
Don't let the space bugs bite.
Ah, that's me. I am space bugs. I'm kind of at a loss for video games now, though. I don't have. I was playing Dread. I was playing Pokemon Diamond, but that was only like half nostalgia driven.
I am doing Breath of the Wild, and I downloaded Skyward Sword,
Nice,
and
nice.
I've been playing the Hyrule Heroes, which is fun.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just a button masher.
Yeah, dude, it's KO me, Konami.
Yeah, something like that.
KO.
I've been trying to figure out some use of the Oculus and doing some VR stuff myself.
Oh, have you?
Doing some looking around.
I just finished whatchamacallit? I just finished Resident Evil 4 or 5 or whatever it is that's on VR.
So
It's
apparently my
okay.
PC is way too old to be doing any of the PC VR streaming.
No, that's Oculus. That's just regular
okay.
Oculus.
I haven't tried that.
But if you should do, if you want to get something fun, and I will definitely join you. After the Fall is really fun. It's like a zombie killer game. It's
okay.
really cool.
I've just been doing like the basic ones of like 11 ping pong and walkabout mini golf.
Yeah, no, those are no fun.
Yep.
I did Warplanes. Poker's kind of fun. The Poker Stars Poker is actually kind of fun. Warplanes is a pretty exciting game, but it's very like motion sickness inducing.
Yeah, that's where I've been really struggling. Just like not even doing anything is still giving me motion sickness.
Do you wear glasses?
Contacts? Yes.
So do you know there's like a pupil distance or something?
Yeah, no, so I've got that. The pupillary distance is set for the things, but I wear it mostly with contacts.
Okay. Yeah, so I think there's Onward, which is kind of fun. Onward is like a kind of Call of Duty style kind of game. just got a really, really toxic group of people that play it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, if you jump onto After the Fall, I'll definitely play that with you. I really like that game.
Okay.
And if you want something that's like kind of a really trippy puzzle game, there's A Fisherman's Tale,
Okay.
and it's fucking trippy and cool and just like weird and just not too like motion sickness. It's kind of like a it's kind of like a yeah, it's really fun. I really liked it. It's a short game though. It's not like a super long game, but it's a lot of fun. And Down the Rabbit Hole is really cool. It's kind of like a side scroller, but you like are like moving around the map. You're just like moving the map around you while you're moving the character as well. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so
You guys talking about VR?
Yep.
Yeah, some birds.
Nice.
There's some
Burr.
Ver nerds.
Hey,
Ver
yo.
Nerd Herzog.
That's what she said.
Dan Nerd Hertzfeld. Just trying to be cool.
Vern. What's the word? Vern?
Anyway,
Anyways,
what do you say?
You have hacked
What do you hear?
into the.
What do you say?
Get out of here.
What would you like to do?
I want to. Does it take an individual role for each of the things now that I'm in the system?
Depending on what you want to do, but since you're already in the system, like if you want to like do something basic like turn something on or off, you're fine. But if you want to like do anything like crazy with like targeting or anything like that, you might need to roll for it. But if you're just like, turn targeting on as opposed to like manually target stuff, you know what I mean?
Right. Because what I want to do is I want to, at like pretty much simultaneously, right? Like, shut the doors and do the thing that puts the artifacts in like their protection guys in their little cases. And then right after that, I want to change the target system to grenades only, as is the manufacturer standard default for this military grade equipment like this.
I would say it wasn't, but you could hack into it and say that it was.
Okay.
Sure.
And yeah. So,
All right,
turn
since
it
you're. Okay. All right. So, I tell you what.
Wait, don't do that until I throw the. No, don't actually do that.
Okay.
I will
Then I'll
also
Just close the doors and put the shields down.
Doors
on the
and
just
shields
because
it is.
you also have access to the lighting system as well in the room. So.
Oh, that might be fun. I have dark sight.
Okay. So I can do artifact boxes, doors.
But I guess if they're all, they have that as well.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it won't matter.
Never mind.
Well, then we shall fight in the light.
Then we will fight in
Arrows
the
will
shade.
illuminate the night.
It will block out the sun. Then we will fight in the shade. Like, no, that's.
Their arrows
that's
will
when
block
arrows
out the
are coming.
moon. We will fight in the light.
Yes, this is how it
All
works.
right, cool. So tell me what you want to do first. So you want to turn on the stuff.
So
Yeah,
okay, here's how
shield.
it's gonna go. It's gonna go. First thing that's gonna happen is the artifacts are gonna slam shut, just in case anybody's
Okay.
hands are in there.
Okay.
And then immediately the lights are gonna dim, and then the doors are gonna slam shut. Except for
Alright.
the one Oro's at, so she can throw the grenade.
Well, that
This
one's
one
broken.
is- Yes,
Oh, that's
this
the
That one
main
has been
malfunctioning one.
that one's been fudged up. so,
permanently opened.
yeah, there's
Right, the
nothing
laser cut
without
going, right.
repairs. Cool. I kind of feel like I'm going to need a roll just because you're trying to do so many things at once. So you
Okay.
can give me a computer's difficulty of 3. All this stuff will be able to be done, but if you're trying to do it successfully without kind of tipping away your hand, then give me a difficulty 3.
go.
All right, sweet. And I just want to do this for myself
Oh,
and
good.
this
That's a good
for
number.
myself. Oh, all right. So, as you all are waiting patiently, you hear two screams, Oro, as this pirate grunt is reaching in, and this pirate grunt is reaching in to grab an element. This pirate grunt up top has his whole hand reaching as the shield comes on and just completely cuts his arm off. So you hear screaming. Everybody turns to look, and this guy has his hand in the display case as it closes as well, losing his hand. He's okay though, because he had like a little mechanical hand type of thing, and he's kind of pissed off about it.
Okay.
But this dude's like in
So you
fucking
know how
tears.
much this costs to
It's
replace.
temporarily.
As
dying.
they start heading over to make sure they're okay, the lights go dim, the doors close, and
Let's go dim. I would like to throw the grenade.
All right, go ahead and give me a. You're trying to throw it where?
Between these two guys, assuming that it can hit them both.
Let's see. That seems
I
like
hope this works out better than my Fallout
that's a
1 and 2
pretty rough
characters.
throw. 45 feet.
I mean, they're already moving. Maybe you should aim more like a.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They are all
Well, I
kinda
really
heading
want-
towards this guy.
Yeah, okay.
I'll say with that, they're kind of over here as they're making their way around.
This guy's gonna get protected by the blast shields of the like everything that we just put up.
Yep, correct. You hear, Davi, get over here! The security system's on! Get the hacker on the line!
Prisoner,
and the lights
you
go out.
aim this way. Keep an eye right around
Okay,
here,
yeah,
'cause
I've
that's
got
where
my,
he's gonna
my
go.
laser rifle right
All right,
aimed down the hallway.
I'm gonna throw the grenade to, I guess, here.
Alright, cool. Give me melee difficulty. We'll just say 2.
Not ranged?
Things rolling.
Melee.
Ranged, I mean.
Put you
Melee,
throw the
you punch the
grenade up
grenade.
and kick it.
Fucking volleyball.
Watch me,
shit.
watch me. Rainbow
That's-
kick
Yeah.
this grenade.
Yeah.
The grenade hits down, tink, tink, tink. And before they even have a chance to yell what's going on, they get fucking thrown back. 2 of these guys go flying. One of them, you assume, is pretty much dead on impact as the grenade is pretty much on his face. The guy who had half of his body taken off, you probably did him a favor because he is now completely fried. This guy is completely fried. This guy's thrown onto the ground. And as that happens, the door slams shut. And what's next?
I would like to
About-
press my luck to try and take this guy out with my rifle, my Widow's Keys.
Okay. Then give me difficulty of 3 with your ranged attack.
That is a pass.
Excellent. Yeah, this guy is kind of running over. He almost like runs face first into your rifle. You do take him out. Straight shot to the head. One of them, let's see. Aura, the Eno in the middle says, "We're under attack! Door to the left!" And they start going. So let's get some initiative.
Is that
rolls
your
going.
left or my left?
Meh.
The door we came in from. Yes.
I wasn't asking. It was rhetorical, you idiot. Pirate idiot.
Okay.
Parade.
All right. So, as if it's been a while, but initiative roll is decided by what your first action would like to be, and then you roll a single die
Right.
of that action to determine your turn order. Then, when your turn comes about, you will do that turn with its difficulty included. So, We can just for now, just because Tommy and Paul, y'all haven't done anything. Let's start with you two. What would you all like to do for
So-
your first round of combat?
I would like to dive into the room. It's ending somewhere around here.
All right, that's with an 8.
I have not rolled, so yeah, I'll do an athletics though.
Oh, that was horse. Sorry,
Um,
I saw a roll.
difficulty of 2. Yeah,
No, so you're just gonna first
I'm
roll
just-
your
well,
die for initiative order.
I'm just rolling.
And then one-
Nope, shit. Okay. Oops,
All right, so
that's
yes,
not
it
what I
was an
wanted.
8. Look at that, still an 8.
Okay, I got an 8. Yes.
So we're tied.
Perfect.
Tommy's
Tommy,
gonna
what would you
roll.
like to do?
Or roll a dice.
Tommy,
Wonder
if you're here,
he's
you're
muted.
muted. We cannot
Um,
hear you.
Tommy is still reverted back
He's
to
still
my
on break.
jacket. No, he's reverted back to my jacket, so he's rolling with me.
Sweet. All right, Tommy's gonna go roll with you.
It's gonna be
Oro,
the
what do you
sickest
wanna do?
roll ever. I will not crush any of these bugs when I do this roll.
They're quite resilient, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Horst sits
Resilient?
on them all the time.
True.
I'm going to. I rolled mine with the intention of using another ranged attack. My
Sweet.
rifle.
Oh, yeah, the 4. Excellent. And let's just do a quick roll off for Horst and Prisoner. Go ahead, and just roll a die, please. Just to roll a d6, just to break the tie.
3.
Heyo.
Goes first.
Cool.
All right, so
Horst shot first.
top
Yes.
of the order, since you guys have the jump on these fools, will be the Oron. What would you like to do, Mr. Horst?
So I believe that I heard him yell, "Contact the hacker."
Yes.
So I would like to attempt to reinforce, I would either like to destroy the turret system or sort of set up some sort of defenses to keep the hacker out of it.
Okay, cool. So you're just gonna put up a firewall. You're gonna go with defensive stat.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. Difficulty 2 computers, please. Unless you want to do.
I mean, I'd
Something more-
like to do a complexity 4 difficulty to keep the hacker out if that's possible.
Okay.
Can
I
I
would say difficulty 3. Yes.
Horse, could I suggest that you try just to take it over first instead of letting them take it over?
He has control of it.
Okay.
He is already
I'm
has
just
control.
trying
of it.
to protect it.
Never mind then.
But I appreciate it.
They have not made any communications yet. They have not contacted yet. I will
as
say
well have
that
the bases
you
covered now.
noticed that none of them had radio on them or anything. So
Interesting.
I'll say, looking through the camera, you can see that there is a pile of gear in the corner that has piles of artifacts and instruments, and in fact, there is indeed the radio sitting there. I'll give you that, so we can keep going. So we'll say right, kind of in this corner by the door.
Okay.
There's gear in these 2 piles.
I'm gonna call that out to Oro and the crew via the comms, and then just set up the defenses on this
Okay,
computer right now.
cool. Just give me a difficulty of 3.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, you set up a pretty good firewall system. As you begin hacking into it, the difficulty that's there, if anybody bumps into it, you will get informed of what's going on and lock anybody out of the system in the future. So,
Cool.
boom. Nice. That's
Um,
your turn. Do you want to do anything else?
Yeah. What would it cost me in complexity to take over, to start manually controlling the turrets and maybe?
I'm going to say difficulty of 3 because this was your first turn. But since it was a more difficult, it gets 3 to begin with. But it's a +0 to your first turn. So this is a +1. So I would say it's normally difficulty of 2, so difficulty of 3, and you can either do computers or ranged attack or whatever that fits best.
I'm gonna risk it and do range because I want the D10.
Right.
Nice.
There we go.
There we
yeah.
go. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. What
In
would
the,
you like?
in
to,
the words of Devo, yeah.
Yeah, right. What would you like to? Would you like to shoot at?
I'm gonna shoot at. How far away are they from the radio?
They're pretty far. They're not really.
This guy is
Paying
also
attention.
already on his ass.
That guy's on his ass. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
This
shoot.
They
guy
are all-
is unhurt. This guy is unhurt. I would say go for the leader.
Yeah, I'm thinking the big guy too. Yeah.
Cut
Yeah,
off
'cause that's
the,
pretty
take the
much
head
where
and
the
the body
gun
will
is.
follow.
Or grow 2 more.
Yeah,
Alright.
I hope he's not the Hydra, We have those.
I hope he
right.
does
So you
have
can
some
see that this
hydro.
dude is. He does have some hydro.
Talking about that. Woo!
We can smoke when we get back to the egg, buddy.
Yeah. So
No,
you
straight.
nail this guy with a couple of shots. This girl with a couple of shots.
Everybody.
She is weakened, but still moving as she drops down to the ground. Hurt, but still alive.
Cool. Oh, that was only a difficulty of 3. I'll do it again for computer's difficulty of 4.
All right, go for it.
Shoot him on the ground. Blah, 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 blah. Damn it, I pushed it.
Oh.
Yeah, as you begin firing that one turret, continuously firing it, it overheats, and it gets shut down from the
Yeah, that
heat,
makes
leaving you
sense.
with just one turret.
Honestly, shutting it down via the heat is the best firewall of all, so I'm okay with it.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Let's see who's next. We've got Tommy and Prisoner, the combo.
So, unless Doc had any other ideas, I was getting ready to dive deep into the room to land about here to attack the one that was in the middle aisle here.
I'd say you
All
get
right.
to do. You get to just control Doc.
Well,
Yeah, Tommy, unless you're going to unmute and tell us what's going on,
that's
we are going
exactly
to
what I
just
was going to
move for him.
insinuate.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so yeah, athletics check. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh, that's what
Let me
I
get a
rolled.
nice
so-
athletics difficulty 2.
Okay, so I'm diving deep into this hallway or into the
Alright,
museum
so-
area.
Show me where you are. Put yourself
I-
there.
Let me do that. Let me find myself. I'm trying to find myself, guys. It's something my
Right here.
therapist and I have been working out for a
Fine,
while.
boo-boo.
It's okay.
So
As long as this is a safe space.
I'm so happy. Well, no longer am I in a safe space because I am
No.
facing a somewhat shot. What was this? That wasn't a glean. It was a
No.
Kathuk. Kathuk.
No, it's
Eno.
actually an Eno.
Yeah, it's
Eno.
like-
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a
Eno with
somewhat
a robot
downed
arm.
Eno, a halfway downed Eno,
You know
Yep.
now.
and then I
Yeah,
would like
you roll
to.
right in front of him.
I would like to then finish that downing. I would like to shoot them with my laser rifle
All right, difficulty 3, please.
Robert Downing.
with a range difficulty of 3.
Mhm. Yep,
Nice.
that as you see Aura cover her face as the turret turns towards her, and it begins to melt as the barrel kind of begins to droop down. She's like, thank goodness. Gets a shot right across the head and drops down dead.
I'm Aura.
Yeah.
No, Aura.
Or
Oh,
that's
you
the
know.
bad
Hey.
guy. Yeah.
Aura.
Apparently, the Eno have very similar names.
Aura Davi is the name of this.
Oh.
That is just
Oh, so she is also of House Or.
Mhm. or was of House Or.
Well,
Or was she?
it is
Speaking of
tough
House
times
Or,
when even members of the science house can sink to piracy.
well, you could tell that she was in charge and was in charge of knowing what to take. All right, Oro, it is your turn. Oh wait, no, unless you want to take a turn for Doc.
I was just gonna try to continue on with my barrel
Oh yeah, sorry,
roll
it's still your turn.
and end up down here
Mhm.
to face off on this last one.
I will say that can be your movement turn, since technically you used your athletics as your movement turn, so you still get movement. So I'll say you could still move without having to do any crazy athletics. And if you want to shoot, that would be range
So-
difficulty of 4.
So I actually don't want to shoot. I want
Let's see what-
to line my gun up and just try to kind of feel like, I'm wearing my
You want
pirate's
Doc,
jacket.
Doc will take the shot.
What? No, I don't want Doc to take a shot. I'm wearing my pirate's jacket. I wanna talk to this last one. I wanna say, hey, what the fuck
Not
are
the
you
last
doing
one.
here?
I got one more up here.
There's another one.
Yes.
Oh well,
You can
I
flip
wanna start talking to this
Yeah,
one.
give it a
before-
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing interrupting this? We're robbing the place. What do you mean? What are we doing here? What does it look like? We're having a goddamn picnic, and like throws like a loot at your face. Oh, we're gonna do this or what? We gonna talk? What do you want here?
Oh, well, I just don't know what you're doing. You're not supposed to do this until tomorrow.
What? What? Why don't you give me a deception roll?
Can I give a
Um,
confidence of a suave roll instead?
Ooh.
I mean, you're trying to deceive.
I'm
but
trying
I
to
will-
tell him, hey, what are you doing, dumbass? I'm the one that's here, correct?
Okay, sure. Let's do that. Give me a difficulty
Alright.
suave. You're in the middle of combat, so this is gonna be a difficulty of 4.
Okay.
So it's definitely not the most. You're not just like walking up to him in a calm manner. Okay, you have him question. He's like, but we're under attack. They've taken down Aura. We have.
But
no-
you weren't supposed to be here in the
ourselves.
first place, dumbass. This is our job tomorrow. We came
Yeah,
in
well,
here
we're in
because,
it now.
well, you better not be in it now. Just drop your gun. Let's go. You, me, we're leaving this right now.
All right, we shall retreat from this
Look,
combat.
mister,
Let's go.
you
Let's
are
make a
you're in
move.
fucking trouble because of this, all right?
Mister.
Okay? We only shot your compadres because they're stupid. You're smart. Let's get it going.
Wait, you shot Aura?
You just heard all of that. What did you think that was?
I'm sorry, but
Hey, listen. You're okay. You're fine. You're the smart one. You're alive, aren't you?
yeah, but is this a
No,
movie?
that's all it is. No, you're alive. Okay?
You took
You're
out
the
the boss girl. I'm not.
Do you see this jacket I'm
You
wearing?
took out the boss's girl, second in command. That's the only move that makes sense here, because unless you're gonna be trying to take this place over, the boss is not gonna like that. And I'm
Let
either
me
gonna
worry
take-
about the boss and the second in command, all right? You see this jacket I'm wearing here? We're going to get you out of here. And then, I don't know. I want to
What do you want
knock
to
him
do?
out. I want to knock him out or something.
Yeah. All right. Why don't you just
Completely
I'd
out of
say
steam.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Like,
just.
considering, yeah, he's not expecting it at all. Like, I don't know, an athletics roll or something.
Yeah, you can see that he begins to doubt you, because as he's informed you, the person that's killed is not only second in command of this operation, but also the first in
Yeah.
command's girlfriend. So your suave
Ooh.
will only take you so far, since that's where it's going to go. But you
Can I
approach,
at least
yeah.
get like some type of like he's well distracted so I can do an
Yeah,
athletics
yeah,
like
no. I'm gonna give it to you with that suave roll. I'm just gonna give you that. You knock him out for
Okay.
sure.
Fuck yeah.
Because he's
Fuck
distracted
yeah.
and freaking out, and I'll let your suave roll ride like that. But yeah, nice.
It's
Okay,
just
so
like
let's see.
I just panicked.